What do you think?
I think we're dead meat. Real dead meat.
You dead meat!
Go ahead and laugh, you guys. If I ever find a little bastards that did this, they're dead meat.
Hey, everybody!
Hello!
Oh, man, thank you so much for coming out here.
Yes, thank you for all of you who visited us at Texas Frightmare.
That's right,
this
tip the
weekend.
hat, yeah.
How many of you did we see this weekend? Okay, a lot of you. Great.
A bunch,
Excellent.
yeah. How many of you did we not see?
Okay,
It's like half and half.
Yeah,
Nice, that's
yeah.
good. Yeah.
Thank you for coming to the show. This is our third live Dead Meat podcast, and
Wait, after The Crow
yes,
and Dog Soldiers.
and Dog Soldiers.
Those two movies were pretty good.
Those two movies are good. Those two movies are beloved. Dog Soldiers, especially, the audience over in Glasgow, knew everything about that movie. I didn't even have to look at my notes.
Yeah.
I could just ask, wait, what was the name of the guy? And they would all just kind of yell in unison.
Yeah, spoon. Yeah.
This movie's the opposite of that.
But still don't need to look at your notes, because if we get anything wrong, no one's going to
None of you will know. None of you will know. Yeah, tonight we're going to talk about the swarm.
Don't cheer. Don't cheer. Here's what happened. We were, we're going to do Texas Frightmare while we're in the area. Why don't we do a live show? Let's cover a movie.
We've been trying to keep movies on theme for the cities we go to.
Yeah, The Crow.
The Crow
Takes
is
place
set
in
in
Detroit.
Dog Soldiers, they filmed a bunch in Scotland. It
Yeah.
takes place in the
So
Highlands.
we type in, clickety clack,
Yeah,
Texas horror
we've already
movies.
done Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Can't do the obvious.
Can't do that again.
So we're scrolling, and this is on the call with our reps who want us to do a live show, and we're like, hey, what's the swarm? And we click on it, and it takes place in Houston.
Houston, yeah, so not Dallas.
Yep, sorry.
Is there I'm just realizing, is there like a city rivalry or? There is!
Oh, no.
Okay, well,
I knew you guys hated Oklahomans.
Okay, well, here. You'll be excited. I don't know how many of you watched the movie, but I'll give, okay.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Oh, okay, I won't do that again. My bad. Okay.
but if you watched it, you know that the ending, Houston ceases to exist. So, there you go. Anyway, continue your story.
Yeah, so, we see the swarm, and it's like 1978. Okay.
Oh, it's supposed to be really bad. That could be fun.
Considered one of the worst movies ever made.
I think
right?
there is a Mystery Science Theater. We avoided watching it, and we didn't want to
Okay.
steal any jokes on accident.
So we were like, let's do the swarm. That
Yeah.
sounds fun. We agree to do it. We make the graphics for the show. We start selling tickets. Then, a couple of weeks ago, we sit down. We're
We
like,
gotta
let's
watch
the
it.
swarm for the show. Turn on. Wait, why does it say that it's 2 hours and 35 minutes? And I'm looking, and it's like extended cut, 2 hours 35 minutes. Theatrical cut, 2 hours.
Okay, great. We'll watch the theatrical
Great,
cut.
but
Great.
we'll watch
But we'll
that.
watch that.
No, we won't. That's not anywhere.
No one. Did anyone find that version? No.
No, he
I
didn't.
love that you all confidently said no because I know you all fucking tried to.
You were all on IMDb looking
like,
at the different
please.
versions available and then searching. And I would go on these streaming sites and find ones. I think Apple TV had it listed at 2 hours. And then I went through the whole rigmarole of logging in and adding a credit card and renting it, only to see once the video started that it said 2 hours and 35 minutes. What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
So we watched.
Erwin Allen says you're gonna watch my version or else. God.
Yes. What did he write it? I know he directed it.
He did not write it. It was adapted from a book. The screenwriter, I love his name, Sterling Siliphant. Detroit.
That's not real.
Detroit's own, by the way. Sterling Siliphant. I guess he's one of ours.
We can give that one up. We don't need to claim that one.
But yes, it's adapted on it's based on a book.
But Irwin Allen, he did a bunch of disaster movies.
Yeah, he did a bunch of disaster movies in the 70s. He did the Poseidon Adventure, that one where the ship flips upside down, which I was terrified of as a kid. The Towering Inferno, probably his most famous one. That one was nominated for like a bunch of Oscars. So
This was nominated for an
This
Oscar
was nominated.
for costume design.
I think, did it win? Or was it just nominated?
I think it was just nominated.
Okay. It did,
Yeah.
oh.
This is not the Oscar-winning
Right.
Yeah. But those other movies apparently did really well.
Yeah, and they're well-regarded movies, and then this happened.
Yeah, this fucking thing, dude. And the cast is crazy. Michael Caine.
The cast is crazy. Here's what I kind of think happened with this.
What happened?
I mean, I think one, the director had a great track record up to this point, but Michael Caine said in interviews like, "Oh, well, I signed on because you've got Henry Fonda, you've got Olivia de Havilland. Of course, I'm going to be in a movie with them." I feel like at a certain point, there was a domino effect of actors having said yes, and then the next actor says yes because the previous actor said yes. So they
none of them said yes, and Irwin was like, "We're talking to them."
Yeah,
and they're like, "Oh, okay."
Well,
and
yeah,
then
it's like you ask your mom something, and it's like, "Well, Dad said I could," and then you do the opposite.
Yeah.
A little bit like that.
That's
maybe.
what Irwin probably did here, man. God damn, does this movie suck?
Yeah. Here's the thing: if you did not watch this,
you're good.
This is one of the rare cases because we meet you guys at conventions, and we all, whenever people say like, I make sure I watch the movies first, and we're always very excited to hear that.
Yeah.
This is the rare case where we're like, it's fine. And we brought a laptop tonight, which we have not done at any of these shows yet, because we're gonna play clips, because seeing is believing.
But here's the thing. We're going to show you these clips, and you might be mistaken watching them that this movie is entertaining. We were fooled by the Amazon splash
The
screen.
Amazon splash page.
Like the little trailer.
Edits together all the best parts in like a 30-second reel. It's so deceptive.
And we were like, "Oh, fuck, maybe this will be good." No, dude. Those were all the good parts. All the explosions all at once.
Yes. Yeah.
The rest of this movie is Michael Caine yelling, just gradually increasing the volume of his voice throughout a conversation until he is screaming and clipping the mic.
Yeah.
And, oh man, and then people walking down hallways.
It's people walking down hallways. Yeah, that's it. And there's this crazy B plot.
Well, did we even say that this is about killer bees? I don't think we specified that.
I mean, it's called The Swarm.
It could be a swarm of
A swarm of anything. Sure, yeah, it's a movie about killer bees. And if you're thinking, wait, didn't you already cover this? No, that was The Bees, which...
From 1978, same year.
Same year. We talked in
Bee-mania.
It was Bee-mania had taken hold of the United States. We talked a lot about that in our episode.
Not Beatlemania.
Now this
mind
is
you.
Bee-mania.
Bee-mania.
This is the
Different
decade.
thing.
This is the decade later when everything was. It must have felt like the apocalypse in the United States. You had like the crime rates were skyrocketing. You had killer bees on their way to.
Jimmy Carter just like,
yeah, apparently in the 70s, and again, we talked about this in our episode on the bees. If you want to hear more information about bees, you can listen to that.
You can subscribe to Bee
You
Facts.
can subscribe to Bee Facts over on Dead Meat. Yeah, apparently in the 70s, there was a specific strain of bees that was brought over from Africa by researchers as like an attempt to breed this species that would better be able to pollinate in like the tropic regions of like North and South. It's like by the equator.
Okay.
And I guess a bunch of them escaped and started like crossbreeding with other bees, and they were more aggressive. But I think reports of them got crazy overblown. It was like if you're within a mile of these bees, they will find you and kill you, kind of thing. When in reality,
there's no use hiding from these bees.
When in reality, it's just they are a bit more defensive of their hives. Like it all got so blown out of proportion as things do. Like, do we all remember murder hornets from a few years ago? It was like that.
Yeah.
Where it's like it's nothing. Like nothing happened.
You can go outside without getting attacked.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
I was telling my parents we were covering this movie, and they both were like, "Yeah, we were like the '70s. Like it was apparently
They lived it.
They lived it. They said everyone was freaked out. So this was very real."
We watched this movie twice.
We did watch it twice.
And I know at least one other person in the audience did
Are
that.
you here? Okay, we talked to someone today. Is that you? Oh, you watched it twice. I can't.
I bet most of the people who clapped when we asked if they watched it didn't make it to the end.
Or
How many of you started it and didn't finish it?
Okay. How many of you finished it, but you watched it sped up?
We did do that the second time.
We did do that the second time.
We hit that 1.2x.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which still, watching it at that speed, I was like, are we sure the setting's right?
Let's go, yeah.
Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
but we're gonna have a fun time.
we're gonna have
talking
so
about
much fun. This is gonna be a true, this will be like a crash out episode, I think, where we're just like so pissed at how bad this is. And so mad that like we picked this, but it was too late to change our minds about it kind of thing.
Yeah, like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But
No, we're gonna have fun.
it'll
We're
be
gonna
fun.
have fun.
But let's start with a clip that kind of demonstrates what we're dealing with.
We'll give you a little, this is like a
preview.
Yeah, what
a
do they call
B-view.
it? Like a amuse-bouche.
An amuse-bouche. Yeah.
Amuse-bouche.
Of bees. Now listen, I did these clips this morning, and maybe some of them are a little long. None of them are like, here's the thing, none of them are over like a minute and a half or 2 minutes, but they're gonna feel longer.
They're gonna feel long,
because that's this movie's whole fucking deal, dude.
Time dilates while you're watching this.
So, I think this first one is maybe a minute long, but you're gonna feel like you're sitting there and that the show's over when it's done. But you should sit with it and just realize like that's what we're dealing with. So
Right.
this is near the end of the movie, but this is what this movie is.
This is what we're dealing with here.
Yeah, they know. Oh, there's a lot of sweat in this movie.
What's that sound? What do you hear?
Is that a buzzing?
Is that a
Is that a buzzing that she hears? Oh, and this is from The Graduate.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Catherine Ross from The Graduate.
What's behind that door, Catherine?
What could it be?
What could
Do we
it
think
be?
it's a bunch of bees? Is it a bunch of tiny bees?
It might be a bunch of bees, right? Like a swarm
Like
of
a
bees?
swarm of tiny bees? No.
That scream had ellipses.
Yeah.
Great. Oh, no, we'll get to that one.
Yeah, we'll
get
get-
to that one. Don't you worry.
Again, don't be fooled.
Don't be fooled. It's not a fun watch, but it is fun to talk about, so I guess we'll start doing that right now.
Let's get into it.
Oh, should we do the podcast intro? Do you guys want to hear that? Yeah.
I feel like we never do it for the live shows.
We
just
did it
get
one
right
time
into
and
it.
people
Well,
fucking
all right.
popped like that, dude.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
welcome to the Demi Podcast, your horror safe haven. I'm Chelsea.
I'm James, and we're married, and we like to get bees together.
All right,
All right.
we begin at a.
We begin with a minute of black, right? Like there's like a
Oh,
there's
yeah,
like
that's right.
header on this video
We were like,
file.
is something wrong with the? Yeah.
I don't know if they forgot to trim it. I don't know if there's like music. I don't know. But
No
it's a
one
minute of
ca-
black
no one
adding to the
cares.
length.
But we're starting. It's a ICBM base, right?
Yeah, and a bunch of
somewhere
guys in-
somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, and a bunch of guys in hazmat suits are storming it. They look like Beastie Boy cosplayers.
It does. It's a bunch of Beastie Boys running around.
But the Beastie Boys, they're in the yellow hazmat suits. These guys are like white and orange.
Right.
So if they were all together, they'd be like little candy corns.
Oh, that's fun.
Run
That's
around.
nice.
Yeah. What do you think the difference is between the white and the orange ones? They gotta have different jobs, or do you think they just
What,
get
like on the? I don't.
the hazmat suits?
Yeah.
Or do you
Oh, I
think
don't
it's
know.
personal preference?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's different department. I mean, this is a pretty big deal. They probably had to call in a bunch of different, I don't know, squads.
Squads?
I don't
Squads
know.
of hazmat
Well,
guys?
because what happened is this ICBM site, everyone in it has died.
Yeah. There's bodies
It's a bunch
everywhere.
of dead bodies laying. It's like the beginning of The Stand, if anyone's seen that. It's like this military base where everyone's dead or dying. And
My kill count senses were going off.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah,
oh god,
yeah.
oh no, oh god.
they and no one knows why? And basically, the U.S. military shows up, and they've got guns and flamethrowers, and it feels very like not even mid-years at this point.
Feels
like,
pretty mid.
It's a little, well, yeah. It's kind of like James Bond, like this era James Bond, like a bunch of guys running around in matching little speed suits.
That's fun,
with guns, a bunch of henchmen.
Or like the other Beastie Boys music video, Body Movin'.
Oh, are they
Remember
in
the Fatboy Slim remix?
the speed suits in that?
No, it's like a James Bond parody.
Oh, I
it's
see.
It's for the meatball recipe. You guys know what I'm talking about? The meatball sauce recipe? Some people do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
the
seen
other
that.
30-somethings do.
Yes. This intro feels like it takes a million years. It's just Foley of steps and guys walking around. It's quiet. No one's talking. I will say, exciting to see all the kind of 70s tech
Yes.
in this.
Bunch of like computers with lights, like
Yes,
yeah.
very like, like 70s Star Wars, Alien, where all the tech is really chunky
Star Wars
looking,
fan,
and it's.
You know what I
nice.
always think of? I always think of the computers in Willy Wonka.
Yes.
That like
yes,
are like
yeah,
determine where the golden ticket might be, and they like wait for it to print out.
Oh yeah, where they're one guy's like using a bunch of computers to figure
in the
out like where it
beginning.
would be. Yeah.
As a kid, I was like, "That's a computer."
Oh yeah.
It's like, yeah, dude. Yeah, they're at this ICBM site with all these dead people. General Slater is in a chopper.
Yeah.
Slater, he's gonna be Michael Caine's yelling partner.
Oh my gosh, they are screaming at each other this whole movie. It's fantastic.
But
man.
yeah, everyone's dead, but there's no enemy force on site. And he asks if it was a preemptive CW strike, which I don't know what a preemptive CW is.
Cold War.
Oh, I was thinking like the WB.
Oh yeah.
Preemptive
That's
CW.
right.
Yeah.
No, they're worried. It's like this is it. This is the like actual. This is like it's not a Cold War anymore. It's
Cold War is faster to say than CW though.
Thank you. Oh, chemical warfare strike.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Chemical warfare. CW strike. They're the same. I'm just saying. W really fucks with that.
W does really mess with. Yeah, for sure.
Unless you do W.
W.
Yeah. W. You forgot Poland. I don't know, man. There's a lot of. That's the thing. Okay. As we get into this, we picked it because it says it's one of the worst movies ever
I
made.
was about to bring this up. Yes.
But you can see the budget even in this frame. They have a fucking helicopter here. It's back then. Bad movies, you still had to know.
It meant something.
Yeah, you had to know how to make a movie. You had to know how to light for film and edit, maybe with a razor blade. But nowadays,
the barrier to entry was so much higher, for better or for worse.
Yeah.
So a bad movie prior to like digital filmmaking, where anyone can make anything, a bad movie still had to be a movie.
yeah.
So I think it's a lot rarer to get like a genuinely great kind of bad.
But that makes them so special to me because that means the badness is in like the ideas instead of the execution, the technicality of it.
Sure, yeah,
So it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
either the acting or like the story, bees, whatever the fuck. Nowadays it's like anyone can shoot anything.
And so
on
it can
their
just
phone,
all be bad.
And they make it intentionally
Or you bad on purpose, which nah,
So at least that's the thing. This movie it looks good.
it looks beautiful. I mean, like it does. It genuinely does. Like
There's the slow motion in this.
There's some really
It's
great
really
slow-mo
impressive,
where
dude.
you can
We're gonna see
tell
some.
they genuinely must have burnt through so many reels of film to get this really gorgeous slow-mo of like kids getting stung to death by bees. So,
Another plus. This movie kills a lot of kids.
this movie kills a lot of kids, which is we just always enjoy here on this podcast. It's one of our favorite horror
Nothing
movies.
against kids,
No,
it's just going up to that line.
It's a fun taboo. It's kind of, you get us.
They're like, oh, okay, everyone's dead in here, but there's a van out front.
Yeah, there's a van, and we don't know whose van
There's
it
a
is. And
shaggin'
also,
wagon.
there's a British guy here with a turtleneck. And how the fuck did he get in here?
Yeah, this
He
like
just
automatic door
walks
comes up, and
on
Michael
in.
Caine's in the movie now, man.
Yep. And he is in it. Oh man, he
And
looks
he's like,
great.
my story starts a year ago, but we'll skip that.
Yeah, here.
Thank you.
It's one
because
of-
it could have been longer, Michael.
It's one of the very airplane-esque lines in this.
Dude.
And this movie is one of the kind of disaster movie. It's one of those disaster movies from the 70s that directly inspired Airplane.
Do we have confirmation of that, like from any of the research that Bella did for us?
I don't
Shout
know
out to Bella.
I don't know if I have direct confirmation that like yes, this is one of the movies parodied, but it is
Did anyone else think of airplane while watching this?
Yes.
Yeah. Like
It's
the dialogue.
the way that they're delivering the dialogue, where it's like, but that's not important right now, kind of.
Yeah.
You
like
can
you can hear
tell.
Leslie Nielsen saying that shit.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Especially Leslie Nielsen playing it straight. He basically is Michael Caine in this.
He doesn't get as loud.
Well, yeah, he doesn't yell as much.
God. Michael Caine did this and he did Jaws: The Revenge. Remember
You
that?
know, I have a quote from him about
Well, the Jaws
why.
one, his famous quote is, "I did not see that movie, but I saw the house it made."
Yes, he said,
Or
okay,
that bought,
when
yeah.
reflecting on being in the swarm, he said, I just said what I've always said. I made it because they paid me a lot of money. It's like when people, oh wait, he was talking about Jaws 4, but it's like when they, sorry, no. It's like when people ask me why I made The Swarm. I made The Swarm because my mother needed a house to live in. Then I made Jaws 4 because she was lonely and I needed to buy her a bigger house which she could live in with all her friends. It's that simple.
Aw, okay.
I think
then we
it's
can't,
cute. I think that's adorable.
applause for Michael Caine's mom.
Yeah.
And he's still around. He's like
Michael,
90
yeah, he's in his
or something,
90s.
right?
Mhm.
Jeez. Awesome, man.
I mean, Olivia de Havilland, it's incredible. In this, she looks like an older
Oh, that's
woman.
the
school principal or superintendent. She was
that
in,
plot line.
Yeah, we'll get there. That's the bee plot.
She
I was
saw
talking about.
COVID happen.
I know,
She
it's
lived
crazy.
long enough to
She
see
was in
COVID.
Gone with the Wind, was nominated for an Oscar, I believe, for Gone
my
with the
God.
Wind, and she saw COVID happen. It's crazy. She was 104 when she died. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, that deserves that.
Yeah,
awe.
it's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Longevity.
Wait, hold on. What year? This is so dumb. What year was Skibbity Toilet? Would she have just missed it?
She might have missed Skibbity.
I think she might have just missed it.
Was that a post-COVID thing? Was that due to COVID brain?
That might be a little bit of COVID brain rot. It's
Brain
probably
fog?
for the best. She might have gotten to play Five Nights at Freddy's.
Maybe that's what killed her, dude.
She got jump scared. Yeah.
She got jump scared to death.
Yeah.
Freddy got her.
Anyway, they realize they're looking at their radar or whatever, and they're like, "Wait, there's a giant mass headed towards this military."
But only at 7 miles an hour.
Brisk 7 miles an hour.
They're like, repeat, not 700.
Yes.
7.
And so they radio because they have choppers up in the air, and they're like, "Hey, keep an eye out. There's something headed our way. It's moving 7 miles an hour, not 700, 7." And of course, the pilots are confused. And then this happens in one of our favorite line deliveries of anything.
Of many.
We've
Of
been
many.
saying this to each other all weekend, and I'm so excited.
We
to.
haven't.
I'm excited for it to become part of the shows.
I think I was taking a shower this morning. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I heard him yell it in the shower.
Just kind of to myself, but loud enough for her to hear so she could also enjoy.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Bees! Millions of bees! Air search 2-8 to base. Bees! Millions of bees!
Well, get above them, man. Take it up.
I can't, sir! I am losing power! Oh my God!
That looks like a real chopper.
It's down, sir.
He's
What
gone,
the-
sir.
He's gone, sir.
Bees, millions of bees.
Millions of bees. They did use millions of bees on this film.
Millions?
I've got bee trivia.
Hit us with the bee trivia. What do we got?
All right, let's see here. Let's look at the bee stats for the swarm. Again, thank you, researcher Bella, for somehow finding all this shit.
Yeah, Bella.
Here's the thing is the behind the scenes for this, it's hard to find because this
No one
isn't-
wants to talk about
It's
it.
not like The Wizard of Oz where people are obsessed with it and have tracked down everything they can possibly.
Do you think that's the first time anyone's ever compared the
Yeah,
Swarm to Wizard of Oz?
100%. But so there's differing accounts on what happened behind the scenes on this, but accounts of the numbers of bees used during production range from as many as 22 million to as few as 15 million, which apparently also 800,000 bees had their stingers removed, so the cast could safely interact with them. I don't think you could do that now because
No.
you if
Well,
you,
one, are there that many bees? Don't we have a
Well,
bee
yeah, I
shortage?
know, we have a bee
Did this movie
shortage.
cause the bee
I
shortage?
don't think so. I don't think so.
All don't know what that was.
But you know how like you watch a movie and the credits will always have like a humane
yeah.
society, even if it's just like insects. You know,
Uh-huh.
if you have like a cockroach in your film, there genuinely has to be like an animal rights representative on set. I don't think you could be removing the bee stingers for movies.
Also, the fun little anecdote. Michael Caine
Oh, I love this.
was
yeah.
delighted that all the bees that were there would leave little yellow dots.
Yes, and like
on
little
them.
dots that it's like, oh, it's like honey.
Honey.
Right?
And he would eat it. It wasn't honey.
It wasn't honey.
It was bee poop,
Yeah,
apparently.
he's eating bee poop.
So they got their revenge.
Yeah, they did. Apparently, on any given day, there were 400,000 bees on set. And I love this
How
next.
do you count that?
Well, because they're provided by like beekeepers who brought them to set. They would know
Bee
how
service
many.
is provided by.
Exactly. I love how this is phrased. This next little bit. 20 million or so bees, quote unquote, under contract. being taken care of by professional beekeepers. There's an interview with Irwin Allen, the director. He claims they used 22 million bees in a day, and that they borrowed and bred over 135 million bees throughout. Like, I don't know what's real. I don't know what's real.
These numbers are so big.
Yes.
None of us can comprehend those numbers.
Apparently, American honeybees were used, and when they weren't on set, they were just kept in various locations around Burbank, California. And they were cared for by a team of 100 people, which is crazy.
I'm just like, but like, you're talking millions of bees.
Million
and
bees,
I'm just
bees.
thinking,
That's why I was like, I gotta read the bee facts because it's what it was.
but like, if you can imagine millions of bees together in like, wouldn't that be a large size?
Well,
like, how many bees do you think could fit in this room?
in this room,
Like millions
probably
of bees?
millions. Yeah, that's a lot. I bet someone could do this math because I bet you could find the dimensions of this theater on the internet, and the average size of an American
Y'all just got a
honeybee.
homework assignment.
Whoever can figure it out, please do. I don't know what I was gonna promise there.
Yeah, no, just don't promise
It would make
anything
me happy.
because they'll fucking do it. Oh man. Okay, so this is on the screen here. That's General. What's his fucking name? General Slater. Yeah.
General Slater.
So
our
he's-
military guy.
He's a military guy. He's at odds
He's
with
just a foil for Michael Caine.
Michael Caine, who is playing Crane.
Dr. Crane, yeah.
Doc
Not
Bradford
the
Crane.
Scarecrow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this where they got it?
Dr. Crane. I don't think
Dude,
so.
I don't know, man. Batman writers might have loved the fucking
They
Swarm.
might have loved the Swarm. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
So they're like, I feel like the general suspects Michael Caine of having killed everyone there.
100%. Yeah, this entire movie, he's thinking that.
Yeah, even
may be
after the
case.
bees have like come into the picture.
He's like, but you brought them here somehow.
Yeah, like I feel like you had something. I still feel like you had something to do with it.
Right.
So that's why they get into a shouting match, which happens a lot. Oh, also when Dr. Crane, Michael Caine, gives his
Dr. Crane, yeah, it's good.
Michael Crane gives his credentials and says that he's from Princeton and Cambridge. General Slater replies, English? And at first I thought he was like, speak English.
In English, please.
Like, what are these words? But then I realized he was like, oh, you're English? That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, they get into a real shouty match.
There's so many scenes like this where they're like two dogs barking at each other and they just get louder and louder and louder.
No, you had a better analogy earlier.
Oh, because I remember that video. It's like someone putting these like two phones next to each other with this little app of a thing talking, and then the phone like hears it and repeats it, but in a higher pitch. And these phones, does anyone know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
That's what this is.
But with the camera that circles around them.
Right, yes.
It's pretty cool.
With
It's
a pretty
cool.
nice looking shot.
And I don't know if this would be Steadicam, because I feel like Steadicam really came into its own in 1980s. The Shining.
The
This is
Shining,
78.
yeah.
This
It might have
just
been like
be
a
dude with
track.
fucking. Oh, a track.
Circle track, yeah.
Okay.
Either you're some crackpot, or there's a direct tie-up between what's happened in this complex and your being in it.
Yes, well, we can clear that up fast and we had just better. Now you kick on your visual comm system and patch through to Dr. Connors in the White House.
You trying to cite him as your authority for being in this complex?
Dr. Connors hasn't the foggiest idea whether I'm on, off, on top of, or under this complex. But I have to speak to him, and I mean right now.
Lock him up.
Yes, sir.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Lock him up. I can just imagine Irwin Allen behind the camera just like,
Yes, more. You just don't think he's gonna go louder, but he does.
keeps going.
He does. He holds back a little bit because we get louder later.
yeah,
we get louder
way
later.
much louder later.
Yeah. Oh man. We then the love interest is introduced. That's in the clip that we opened
Yes,
with.
yeah, Catherine Ross.
Yes. She comes in. She's also a captain here, but she's a doctor.
She's a doctor.
Dr.
Yeah,
Captain.
Dr. Captain Anderson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, how old do you think Michael Caine is in this movie?
Me?
Sure, you. Chelsea, my wife.
No, I think I don't want to. I don't want to answer
you
because
looked
I
it
think
up?
yeah.
Let's hear a shout.
I heard 32. 42.
Okay, so we all agree. Looks great, right?
Oh yeah.
Real good looking. He's 45 here.
I mean, he's 45.
he's
Wow.
45. Whoa, you're surprised. Do you think he was in his 30s?
Like early 40. I guess yeah.
He's got that distinguished look to him.
I mean, he is Austin Powers' dad.
That's true. His most famous role, of course.
His most recognizable role, yeah.
Oh man. So yeah, they're talking about what they need.
Yeah, we got to assemble a crack team of people to come here and deal with the bee problem, and we get all of cinema's greatest actors to show up. And I'm not joking. It's like legends of cinema showing up in helicopters to help deal with the bee problem. It's incredible.
Walter Krim.
Yes,
is the doctor
Walter,
played
Dr.
by
Walt, Henry Fonda.
Henry Fonda.
Holy crap. I mean, the Fondas are a Hollywood royal family.
It's an institution.
It's an institution. Yeah, Henry Fonda. You know what? I thought this was interesting, and I told you this earlier, and you just looked at me like, okay. Henry.
I'm sorry, hon. After watching The
I
Swarm
know,
twice,
it's
I got
hard to
nothing left
care.
to give. I got nothing.
There's a character later in this that
It's part of the love triangle.
part of the love triangle.
The most essential storyline
Yeah.
to this movie.
He, for years, was Henry Fonda's horse riding double in Western films by John Ford. I thought that was interesting, and
sure.
I got a blank stare when I learned that this morning.
I just don't know if they shared any scenes or if they even knew that each other
If they
was in this movie.
yeah, I don't know if they even knew. Apparently, Henry Fonda was one of the only people on production who knew how to deal with bees. He had beehives. He was a beekeeper, like an amateur beekeeper for fun. You know?
So he literally knew how to deal with the bees. Okay.
Yeah.
Was he upset about the whole
I don't know.
800,000 bees get their stingers cut off?
I feel like it
thing?
was the 70s. We were making stuff like Roar. I don't know if animal.
Making stuff like Roar.
Yeah. I don't know if
Tippy
animal.
Hedren movie.
Yes.
Where the
yeah.
lion ate her face.
Yeah, it
Not
ate the top
her.
of her scalp off. I think.
Do we still have Tippy?
Yeah,
She's still around?
I think so. She's got to be in her 90s.
Oh no, dude. I think she might be.
Tippy.
Yeah, she might have tipped over into the
Look
hundreds.
it up. Look it up.
Okay. All right.
We see. This is why we brought our phones. We were debating it, but I'm like, no, we're gonna want to look up.
I'm gonna spend the
random
last
shit.
of my batteries.
Look at Tippy Hedren. Is she still?
Dude, yeah, because Tippy Hedren average age? Oh no, she's 95.
Well, that's what the AI says. I don't trust it.
It can do math. No, oh yeah, she's not. She was born in 1930.
Yeah, she still owns a big cat rescue in Southern
She
California.
did, because after she made Roar, she was like, maybe I should give back to the animals that.
Well, no, they were already animals that lived on her property. They filmed it in her house and stuff. It's crazy. Anyway,
we still trust her with those animals after Roar? Okay.
She's like an expert in big cats. Genuinely, she's devoted her life to them.
But then explain Roar.
It was the 70s.
Okay. All right, no, that's enough.
We're not
That's
here
good.
to talk about Roar. I didn't do Roar research. This is just me enjoying that film.
Okay.
Are we going to talk about this random family
It's
that we're
time to
looking
talk
at now?
about
I think
Paul.
it's time to talk about Paul and his doomed
Paul and
family.
his parents go out to have a little picnic.
They go out to have a very normal picnic
You
with
think if they had-
normal dialogue.
If they
Also, one of my favorite details is how every single thing is just wrapped in saran wrap. There's so many tiny individual items on this table that are all just wrapped in plastic.
And do you think that had they survived, sorry,
they would have
spoiler
left
alert,
all that shit
just
there?
Mad Men, like,
the Mad Men
shake the
picnic
blanket out and
blanket,
leave?
For
For sure. But we don't need to worry about that because the bees take care of that.
The bees help clean up.
Because maybe she shouldn't be spraying this fucking. Look at that can.
It's like a cartoon. It should have like a skull and crossbones on it.
Yeah. Yeah. She should be spraying it directly into the ozone layer.
Yeah. Oh, we get bee vision.
Pretty cool.
I guess enough. You're gonna wreck the food. I am hungry.
I am hungry.
I am hungry.
I am hungry.
Hey, wait for Paul.
I can't. I'm starving.
A lot of bees. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, great. I'm glad we have Dawn of the Dead on the screen for the next duration
Paul,
of
don't
this.
worry, Paul lives until that point in the movie, at least. I love the bees coming out of a fire hose kind of
Dude,
effect.
that tree just pukes out those bees,
and like
man.
they're all real. It's so crazy.
How did they do that? Did they just like turn on a leaf blower
I
and
don't know.
spray a fucking hive? I don't know. They gush out of that tree.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
Yeah, but so the kid drives the Mustang away into town. He escapes the bees. I love when he wipes them off with the windshield wipers.
Oh, you know, so many bees got killed
so many
during that.
bees murdered instantly.
Yeah.
He
takes
drives
off
to
in
he
that
drives to
Stang
the Warner Brothers lot to
Yep.
escape. Yeah.
and crashes into like a fruit stand or some shit.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause
something that they need to just have to
classic.
slow down the vehicle.
Yeah. It's around here that Michael Caine is on a basically Zoom call with the U.S. military.
Like a
and
fucking 4K Zoom call.
The technology here is incredible. It is
Yeah.
like crisp, instant, no delay video chat.
Yeah, they're seeing like in the background. They're like, "Wait, who's that guy back there?" Michael
Yeah.
Caine's like, "All right, I can't do the voice. You got to do all the British
I'm not
accent."
gonna do the Michael Caine
Chelsea, you do
voice.
such a
Oh,
good
no.
British accent.
Oh no.
Talk about the bees.
Yeah, talk about the bees. Yeah. Also, I guess fun fact, the actor who is the kind of like US military rep that they video call with is in a bunch of Mario Bava stuff. I love how he ended up in this because he's known for exploitation movies and he somehow was like, oh, a movie with a bunch of A-listers? Hell yeah.
Finally, my
It's
ticket to
mine, yeah.
legitimacy. Sorry, dude.
It's a weird mix of like, cause you've got like I said, Olivia de Havilland, Henry Fonda, Slim Pickens shows up, which is fun. But
Anyone know
there's
Slim Pickens?
Yeah,
Character actor.
the-
Is he in Dr. Strangelove?
Dr. Strangelove, that he's riding the missile.
Yeah, he's the one who's in the shot.
He's
like
in-
riding the fucking missile or
He's
the
in
bomb
Blazing
down.
Saddles too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see his name in the credits for Slim Pickens. This is gonna be
This
fun.
will be a comedic little part for Slim
He
Pickens.
shows up at the air base because his son worked there, and his son, not the air base, the fucking ICBM,
ICBM,
site to
yeah,
add
the
a little
missile
bit of
site.
existential flavor to it.
Right.
And he's like, where's my son? And then we get like 3 scenes of them going to the morgue.
It's just the saddest scene in the. It's Slim Pickens holding his dead son
He
in
like
a body
picks
bag,
up his son's
crying.
body, and the general's like, you can't take that. And he's like, you'll have to shoot me if you try to stop
And
me.
it's-
Then he
and
walks
that-
the fuck out of the movie.
And that's it.
That's it.
It's a crazy role to hire Slim Pickens for. I guess it's kind of a fun, it's like seeing Adam Sandler in a serious role where it's like, oh shit, he's a great actor, I didn't know he had that in him.
It's just one of many things that can be cut, just like
Sure.
the fucking love triangle, man.
Are we gonna finally talk about
We're
it?
here because this kid, who we can see on our screen as a sweaty mess, and who we saw, you know what? Very wisely hopping in that car and closing that door right away.
Sure.
He was like, Mom, Dad, maybe you can make it, but like in
outta
the
here.
meantime, I'm here.
I'm going to Warner Brothers Studios
He
in
drives
Burbank,
to the
California.
Warner Brothers lot. Yeah, he
No,
crossed-
he drives to this town called Maryville. It's like a little town.
Yeah.
And he drives right into. He mercifully ends a scene with this love triangle. He sensed that it was getting boring and terrible, and
So the love
drove
triangle is
into
between
it.
the mayor, Clarence,
Clarence Tuttle. Yes.
Some guy named
I love
Felix.
that I know their names. I don't even have to look at the paper. I know all my
You
friends.
did that off the top of your head?
Yes, all my friends from the Swarm. I know all their names.
We got Felix, who apparently we get some backstory for Felix. He moved here from Houston, big city, and he thinks that this is kind of like, he calls it a hickey sign.
Yeah, hickey is backwater, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, this is a hickey sign. And they're both pining for the fucking school marm, the superintendent.
That's Olivia de Havilland, though, so I get it. She's beautiful. She's Olivia de Havilland. She's classy.
Okay.
You know, the hair in the outfit.
She's styled
ages
like.
her. She's styled
and
like
listen,
she's styled like a grandma.
You know I love my MILFs.
I know. She's not styled like a MILF in this.
But like, I draw a line somewhere. But you know, if I were their age, maybe I'd be like,
and
she's got elegance.
Felix was the guy who was Henry Fonda's writing double in at least one John Ford film.
Wasn't one of them in another genre?
Yeah, so the guy, Clarence Tuttle, where is he? Fred McMurray, I think, is that actor. Yes, Fred McMurray. He was in a bunch of like old Disney movies, so like The Shaggy Dog and The Absent-Minded Professor.
Dog.
Yeah. Because he looked so familiar to me, and I realized like that's why is those old live action Disney movies.
Okay,
Yeah,
I thought one of them was in like a horror movie that we had seen.
That is another character who was in Terror Vision, which I thought was so random and exciting.
Okay, all right. Anyway, these two guys are sparring this whole movie over what's her name, Maureen?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. We have so many scenes of them being like, Maureen, I love you. I want you to marry me. And she's like, well, you're both great gentlemen. I guess I'll have to consider you both and think about. They all die in a train crash.
They all die in a train crash. There's no resolution. She picks neither of them. She basically is like, well, I'll think about it, gentlemen. And then they just die in a fire. Like, it's so crazy.
There's no reason. And the sad thing is, if you cut out all their scenes, we're probably still at 2:15, dude.
Yes! It's just they feel so long. Oh, man. It's nuts. Yeah. Like, well, I can't be late to school. How would it look if the principal was late to school? It's just all scenes like that.
Oh man, it fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah,
Why?
but it is fun watching him die in that train. We have that clip, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well,
it's the best scene of the movie. We're showing you the train crash.
It's one of the ones that you see in the Amazon Splash
It lured
page,
us.
and you're like, we know that a train blows
It fucking
up.
honeypotted us.
It was a literal honeypot. Yeah, exactly.
They knew what they were doing, dude.
Exactly. Oh, jeez.
Like they literally, like Felix, he's from Houston. He's a master mechanic and all-around genius. It's like, we don't care, dude. Get back to the bees and Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I guess, yeah, so when he shows up in Marysville, I do love that it.
B-boy?
Yeah, B-boy, Paul. It's the, if you recognize it, so much has been filmed in this town square at Warner Brothers. Gremlins, most notably, I feel like it's
Monster Squad, the end of
Monster Squad,
yeah.
And Gilmore Girls,
Gilmore
yes,
Girls,
and
okay.
very recently that weird like press conference Elon Musk did where he showed off those robots that can serve drinks was on the Warner. It was in that town for some reason. I don't know why, but like
I don't know what you're talking
yeah,
about.
did anyone know what I'm talking about? Yes.
Okay.
For some reason, they live streamed all of that from the town square at Warner Brothers.
It's like I almost want to pull it up and just talk about that, but
No,
we won't.
no,
We
no,
won't.
no,
We'll
no,
talk
no,
about
no,
the
no,
Swarm.
no.
But what?
Yeah.
On the Warner Brothers lot?
I don't
Okay.
know. I don't
all right.
know. Okay, so we learn around here that about 3 or so of these bee stings are fatal, and that if you get stung by like 1 or 2, you hallucinate like crazy.
Yeah, I love that they get a report about this kid's parents dying, and they describe it as they killed all the Durant family except for Paul. Why would you phrase it like that?
It sounds like they got his entire family tree.
Like grandparents, aunts and uncles. No, they just killed his parents.
Yes,
I'm sure he's got next of kin he can go stay with.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, he's doing this.
He's in the Marysville hospital where Michael Caine and Catherine Ross come to visit to see how he's doing.
Because he's been stung twice, and it takes 3 to kill you. Is that right?
About 3.
Well, I feel like 2 should kill a kid then.
I mean, he's not doing great.
That's true.
There's a bee here! Get him out of here, please!
Why's he got a VR headset?
Doctor, would you let him go, please? Let him go.
Do what he says, Tomas.
Back away. Back away.
Little bee.
Paul, listen to me. There is no bee
Yes,
in
there
this
is.
room. No, there isn't. Reach out, and it will go away. You'll see. Now, please, Paul, reach out.
Reach out and touch
Touch
bee.
bee.
Further. Go on. There.
Wow.
You see, Paul? No bee.
Dr. Tomas is like, what the fuck is going on here?
There are so many fucking characters in this movie that
Yeah.
I didn't even realize there was a Dr. Tomas until our second watch.
Dr. Tomas, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on the actors. I like that I know Dr. Tomas, but not Alejandro Rey. He's the one who was in Terror Vision. I don't know how many people have seen Terror Vision, more deep cut horror. Has anyone seen?
Someone's
Really?
on 35 millimeter here?
Did you see it? Okay, so you saw Alejandro Rey in his Speedo, his red Speedo in Terror Vision in 35 millimeter.
Hot
what a
take,
sight.
Terror Vision's great while the swinger parents are still alive, and then they get
Correct.
killed, and then it's the kids,
You know
and
what?
I don't care.
It's a, and I know people are gonna have a problem with me when I say it. It's the Lost Boys problem, where the first half is about the older characters,
The older sexy
then
characters, and then
as
it's
soon
turns
as
kids.
as soon as it's a little caper movie about the kids, not as fun.
Not as good.
In my humble
Fuck them
opinion.
kids, you know?
Anyone else who watched this, did this whole running bit with the sunflower seeds not feel like a weird commercial? It reminded me of how, like, the Got Milk kind of campaign, where it's just ads for the concept of milk. This
I have
felt-
concepts of a milk.
or like in for a while in Southern California, there were ads for just like almonds.
Oh, yeah.
Because
They're-
almond farming is a big industry in California.
Yeah,
that-
they're like, no, we don't use a lot of water.
No, we don't, and almonds are good for you. Don't think about how much water we use.
Yeah, because Michael Caine repeatedly says it's high in potassium, low in sodium.
Low and over, he's like
Well,
a
you
little
say it.
high in potassium, low in sodium. Here's the best part. It's so fun doing that voice in Texas because no one here fucking knows if that's accurate.
Yeah, but then we went to Scotland and she did some voices, and people were like,
Everyone politely clapped, okay?
they're like,
You tried. You tried. Yeah, it's so odd. It does feel kind of like a sponsored thing. It's so. I tried to Google it, but Google's broken now, and
I also
couldn't.
searched
Yeah.
the Swarm sunflower seeds.
Were you just getting Google results for like a video game called The Swarm, and you could plant sunflower seeds? And I
Yes,
was like, this
it was
isn't
like an
what I
item.
fucking want. Yes, it was.
It was like a power-up item.
No, it's not what I want.
Oh, man.
Any big fans of? I think it was like a mobile game. Or something.
Yeah, people asking like, "Hey, how do I unlock sunflower seeds if I'm only like level 4?"
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Like, man,
We should have added Michael Caine.
I guess so.
That might have helped.
So apparently,
They're looking for the bees. They find plastic and pieces of plastic cup.
yes, they deduce that the bees are eating plastic. It's
No,
like
they're tearing it up and using it to
oh,
insulate
right,
their
that's right. They're
hives.
building their nest. It's not like what's the Cronenberg movie where people can eat plastic? Crimes of the Future. Yeah, it's not like
that's
it's
right,
not like
that's right,
that.
that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Is that with the ear guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Where they eat those like delicious looking bars
Yeah, because
of
Michael Caine, like,
plastic.
he finds like plastic, and the general's like, doesn't look like any bee to me.
I love how
Westworld reference.
skeptical the general is. This whole movie, until at a certain point he goes, well, look, I assume that my enemy is just as intelligent as I am. And then he starts attributing like super intelligence to the bees. He's all over the place.
Yeah,
General
yeah.
Slater.
They
Yeah.
also mention how the bees are breeding and increasing, and it made me, I wrote down, are West African killer bees the most breedable bees?
Oh, come on.
It was a question that I had.
Okay.
Did Bella do research on that?
Honestly, she did
She
a
might
lot
have.
of like general bee research.
We're in
that-
the back.
I don't know if I'm gonna be dipping into any of that. It's
Bee
like
dipping?
bee science, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can read a bee fact if someone.
Bee fact, let's do it.
wants.
What we got?
African honeybees cannot be distinguished from European honeybees easily, although they are slightly smaller than the various European races. Laboratory personnel use morphometric analyses to determine the likelihood that a given colony is Africanized or fully African. With honeybees, the measurement of wing venation patterns and the size and coloration of various body parts are important determinants of identification at the subspecific level. There's more.
Oh, we're good. Thanks,
But you know what? Hey, you know what? That tracks because there is a scene where Michael Caine is showing like a slideshow. He's like, look, he literally talks about that exact thing. I'm realizing to determine like, no, this is what we're dealing with to a skeptical room of people.
Oh, is that when
It's
it looks like the
that's
Windows desktop wallpaper?
Yes, he shows them a Windows XP looking like icon of like a bee wing.
Yeah.
It's like beautiful bee photography.
That's good bee stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so Paul, the kid who's in the hospital, his friends come to bust him out.
Oh, wait, but we forgot about Fonda. He shows up.
Oh,
he's
Dr.
in a wheelchair.
Krim, yes, Dr. Krim.
With a squeaky wheel.
The squeaky wheelchair.
He's got a bow tie. It's Dr. Walter Krim,
Dr. Walter Krim,
Uh-huh.
yes. He's here
He eats the sunflower seeds.
Yeah, he does, importantly, yeah.
Yeah.
He's-
Kane offers him, and he eats them, so
yes.
they're tight.
He's here to develop an antidote to the bee venom.
That's his entire purpose.
his
Guess where that goes? Fucking nowhere.
He dies.
He dies
Everyone
testing
dies.
it.
Everyone in this dies.
Most people die in this movie.
Yeah, he tests his antidote on himself, and it doesn't work.
Oh yeah, I forgot that Slim Pickens was also the county engineer and threatened to turn off the water.
The
to
water
the
supply
base.
to the ICBM base.
Dude, that's gonna get you disappeared real fast.
So Paul's friends come to bust him out of the Warner Brothers hospital. These kids, this is the funniest thing. The entire U.S. military cannot.
They can't find the
They
bees.
cannot locate these bees anymore. They've disappeared, like radar, nothing. But these three little kids know exactly where to go. They find them.
And I love how they ride their bikes up to the hospital, his two friends, with an extra bike for him, each holding a handlebar.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty smart,
It's kind
actually.
of adorable, yeah. They make Molotov cocktails and throw them at the beehive.
But just to show the structure of this movie, first they ride their bikes to the site, they see where the bees are, and then they're like, wait, we have to formulate a plan and come back. These are no ordinary bees.
We couldn't have just
It
already
couldn't just
have
be one
thought
scene.
of that and brought this. No, we
so
gotta
they
go
leave,
and come back.
We cut away. We come back to them later with fucking Molotov cocktails.
Yep.
And they light
But
these.
they had to bring the garbage cans too, which this is kind of smart.
How'd they get them there, though?
I don't know. Don't
the
think about it.
cleanest garbage cans you've ever seen. Because they light this tree on fire to get revenge for killing Paul's parents, right?
Yeah.
And then the bees get all pissed, so to hide from them, they
each
all
have a
have
garbage
these,
can
these
they hide
fucking garbage
inside
cans.
of.
These like side-scrolling video game-looking garbage cans.
Yeah.
They're like metal with the ridges and the lid. You know what we're talking
Yeah,
about.
like
they flip them over and
Defy physics because we see shots of the kids on the inside and the insides are like gigantic.
they're also so, like, if this was, assuming they grabbed them from the street, there would be like trash juice on them.
Yeah. Where they get these clean garbage cans.
Yeah.
Sure. You know what? We're getting so nitpicky here.
You're right. We shouldn't be overcritical of the swarm.
There's so many other problems. I think we're just going
Dude,
a
we
little
are like
insane.
an hour in.
I know.
We have like a half hour left to talk about this movie, and we are probably at like an hour into the movie, which is 2.5 hours long.
I know.
We're like 1 to 1 minute talking about this movie.
Well,
This doesn't work.
Here's
Oh
what
no.
Here's
Oh fuck.
Okay. How many clips do we have left? Because we should at least like explain the.
I don't know. Let's see what's up.
These bees, General, are of joint concern, and they are killing Americans without reference as to whether or not they have a serial
it's a
number.
yelly one.
It's
And
just
they're
them yelling
expected
at
to
each other.
salute you. So there will be no airdrops of any kind until I give the okay. If you kill the bee, you're going to kill the crop. If you kill the plant, you'll kill the people. No! No, General! There will be no airdrop until we know exactly what we are dropping, and where, and how. Excuse me.
Okay, this scene reminded us so much. Has anyone seen? Have any of you seen Lost Highway? I'm assuming there's
David
David Lynch
Lynch,
fans.
yeah.
The scene where is it Robert Loggia is like screaming. They get into a car accident and he starts screaming about like traffic safety while he's beating the shit out of him. It's
That's what this reminded me of, yeah.
reminded me of. It's so great. Just stats about bees and how much they contribute to the American
Dude, we're not going to be able to talk
economy.
about pregnant Rita.
Oh, Sean Astin's mom is in this.
Oh, that's-
Patty Duke Astin, yeah. Is
Oh,
in this.
yeah, there's a lady named Rita. She's pregnant. Her baby daddy, I guess they weren't married yet. He was going to marry her.
Yeah, he
make an
worked
honest
on
woman.
the
At the
base, and he was
ICBM
killed
site.
by bees like everyone else.
But then, did you catch, because like every
It's
time
out of wedlock, right?
No, but here's what I think you didn't catch, because every time we get to this point in the movie, you're already checked out.
Yes,
Both
I-
times,
yeah.
okay? When she has the kid, did you catch that she falls in love with Dr. Tomas?
Yes,
Oh,
she's
okay.
like, they say a woman always falls in love with her doctor at this time. Oh, you think I wasn't paying attention? I know this scene by heart, James.
That is what she said. And he was like, I hope you feel that way about
Every
me
day.
tomorrow. And the next day.
Yeah, the day after that.
And then nothing else comes of that,
Nothing
dude.
else comes of that.
What the fuck are we doing?
I don't know.
Sterling Siliphant? God damn it.
Speaking of pointless love triangles, should we show this scene at the school with our with Dame Olivia de Havilland?
Is she a dame?
Yeah.
Wow.
She died at 104. Don't forget.
In 2020, she saw
2020.
COVID and maybe
she
Skibbity
played
Toilet.
Five Nights at Freddy's
Five
and
Nights.
died. That's right.
She reached, she did she put in the year code
What does that do?
and got jump scared,
Oh,
remember?
okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
Her live stream told her to put in that year.
Chat, is
She's
this
a thanks chat. Yeah.
Chat, is this supposed to happen?
This is her. She's in the pink here. She's the superintendent. The bees are attacking the Warner Brothers lot, and they're trying to lock down from it.
Yeah, they're
but
locking
not
down the
everyone made it.
school.
Not all the little fucking kids made it.
Yeah.
That upsets her. You'll see.
June, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Split diopter, very nice.
Good. Dead kids. Dead kids everywhere.
The drama. Yeah. It's coming. Okay.
For anyone just listening, the crowd just saw the
They
first frame of the
saw
train.
a train
scene.
and got so excited.
As they should.
I do also really quick want to point out the last scene where they were, Michael Caine and General Slater were screaming at each other. They were arguing over whether or not to just blast all the bees with pesticides.
And Michael
now,
Caine's
remember
very
this,
against
Michael
it.
Caine is against disrupting the environment.
He
You know,
doesn't
'cause
want
it's
ecological
like
damage.
at what cost? Just remember
that.
this. Remember that that's very important to his character. Okay, just keep it in your back pocket because it's gonna come back later. Anyway, yeah, let's talk about this train.
Oh, is it?
They're evacuating the Warner Brothers lot. They gotta get everyone out of there.
Yeah, Marysville again. Just to
Marysville.
remind
Yeah,
you.
this is a town outside of Houston.
That has a flower festival, and they're like, dude,
yeah,
did the flowers bring all the bees?
The town is like known for flowers because, of course, that's why it's attracting all the bees to it. Apparently,
Maybe.
maybe.
The bees might just be pissed.
Yeah.
According to General Treister or whatever, they're all like,
Yeah, exactly.
he's like, maybe the bees are trying to get revenge on their little captive bee friends because we captured
Oh yeah,
thousands
because
of
we
bees.
captured them. We're now running tests on them. We're trying to get their venom so that
Yeah,
Henry Fonda can develop an antidote.
They're like electrocuting.
They start electrocuting bees because it pisses them off, and they basically put venom into like a grid that they're. It's this very long sequence where they're just shocking bees. Is
They
that
also,
real?
like,
I don't know.
Their safety equipment in that scene, it's like the plastic visor that they flip down. It looks like the little firefighter helmets I get off Amazon for like a kill count.
Yeah,
prop.
yeah, yeah,
It's just
for
a little
sure,
like
for
floop,
sure.
and it's like, oh, that'll protect you from the
Hey,
fucking
listen,
bees.
this was nominated for costume design, so.
That's right, dude. Oh my god.
I read an explanation of why, and I guess it's just the fact that when you're watching this movie, there's a ton of characters in it and a
And
ton
you had
of
to
back.
put them all in clothes?
Well, that, and you instantly, and this is fair. You are instantly able to look at a character and know exactly what they do. You know if they work on the base. You know if they are a townie. You know if they are a scientist. Like it's.
That feels like the bare minimum.
I don't know. I guess it's just doing a wardrobe for that extensive of a cast and having it feel cohesive, but. Is that dumb?
The hazmat guys are in hazmat suits. The general's in the general's uniform. Good, just give it an Oscar nom. Nice.
It keeps it from feeling totally incoherent, you know?
I guess there's just so many fucking characters, dude. Dr.
Also,
Tomas.
I guess while we're talking about this, something that Bella included in her research that I thought was kind of fun. I feel like there's a pretty big overlap between horror fans and like theme park fans, right?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Epic Universe, real good, guys. Check it out.
It's incredible. The production designer of this movie, oh my God, there's too many facts about bees. I'm like, oh my God, where's the other notes?
Through those pages,
where's
dude.
the other? Okay, the production designer, Stan Jolly, he was one of the original art directors he designed Disneyland.
Whoa!
Yeah. So he did the Golden Horseshoe Saloon in Frontierland. He worked on Autopia, the Storybook Land canal boats, which we both really enjoy, the interiors of Sleeping Beauty Castle. I think that's super cool. And
that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was exciting. Anyway, continue.
Yeah.
There's too much to talk about. I was so worried. I was like, this show's going to be too short. This movie sucks, and we're not going to be able to fill a show. It turns out the swarm is just a bounty of things that I want to talk about.
With the two guys being obsessed with Maureen.
Yeah.
Do you think it's because Maureen was flashing her shit all over town like
Yeah,
Sharon Stone?
dude.
Well, let's face it, Maureen is no Sharon Stone.
I feel like in the 70s, especially like a woman that's like her age, you'd have to take off so many layers of like pantyhose and girdles to be able to flash your shit, you know? It would like take a minute, it'd require effort.
It builds anticipation.
Yeah, look, do we want to watch them blow up? Let's do it.
Oh, man. Well, everyone does, for sure. Well, wait, hold on. Before that happens, though.
Okay.
That while they're in the town that's getting attacked by bees, they hide in a store, and this is just another fucking thing with like a character. They're with some guy named Mr. Harris, who's like a shop owner or something.
Okay, I'm looking to see if that.
Do you have notes about Mr. Harris?
I have notes about Mr. Harris because I just know every movie we cover, someone's gonna be like, "That's actually so and so," and how dare you?
But it's Michael Caine and The Graduate.
The Graduate.
Catherine Ross. They like hide in the store and they're like, "Do you have a freezer?" And they're like, "Yeah, it's in the back." And then the store owner, Mr. Harris, jumps in the freezer and locks them out of it.
That's right.
So that he's just in it. And then his like shop assistant or whatever, like, is an apologist for him. She's like, he's afraid. He's afraid of everything. So we get a little bit of backstory for Mr. Harris. He's afraid of everything.
He's afraid of everything. That's great.
It's really important to know that. I don't think we ever see him again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume he freezes to death in that freezer.
Oh man, that could have been.
That should have been the post-credit scene.
That should have been. It's just his throat, like a Shining kind of just cut to his. Frozen.
Yeah, or like in Benny Loves You when it shows the chick in the attic and she's like that. Yeah, it should have been Mr. Harris, just like like Jack Torrance.
There you go.
Let's see what else. Oh, she does get stung here. Catherine Ross.
Yes, Catherine Ross does get stung. That is
only like once.
Only once, and that is why later in the movie, that clip we showed you at the very beginning, that's from the very end, is that there's like a weird
She has like a relapse.
Yeah, you can recover from getting stung, and then you have a relapse. It's like all the urban legends about like tripping acid.
It's like 10 years later.
You do it once, and randomly you can start tripping again because it lives in your brainstem.
Because your brain slides down your spinal cord or whatever. No,
Yeah.
that's true.
None of that's
It's all
true.
neurotransmitters, man. But she does get stung, and then she sees like the bee appear in Michael Caine's eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like her first hallucination.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
Roll that train clip. Roll it.
Hold on, I
We
just want to
wanna
make sure.
see
I just want to
it.
make Paul confesses.
Oh, that's right.
To Michael
Paul does
Caine.
confess. I didn't know where the bees were the whole time.
I should have told you.
should have told
I threw
you.
fire at them. They got mad, and he was like. Then he talks about how like his parents.
Oh yeah, we get some like tragic backstory for him too.
He
He's
lost
like,
his
look,
parents
both
in a
my
fire."
parents died too, but I, it's this
Keep
weird.
going, keep going.
No, I found a ruby the size of a tangerine. That's from what Dark Knight, right? Okay, someone
Does that happen to
understood
Alfred?
it. Yeah, that's like Alfred I forget what the context even is of that little monologue. A what? Yeah, thank you. Again, I don't remember like why he's telling that story to Bruce, but yeah. Anyway, just one of those things that like has been stuck in my brain since I first saw that movie. I don't know.
Fonda also says that the honey smells like bananas.
That's right.
Smells
No, it's
like
the
bananas.
venom smells like
Oh, the
bananas.
venom.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
Or I mean, either way, if it's
that.
on your fucking.
It's probably
If you're Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Rita, the pregnant chick, gives birth. It's fine. It's a healthy baby boy or girl. Healthy. Oh, wow. Whoa, we do have a swarm super fan.
Big swarm head.
Yeah.
In the
They're like,
audience.
excuse me, Rita's baby is definitely a girl. My bad. I'm sorry.
So good.
But then also the general, he has this like he has like a toady.
Yes, he's got a toady.
And
that's
he's
what
like,
it's called.
Toady, go like keep an eye out on Michael Caine because I think he has something to do with this. And then Toady is like talking shit about Michael Caine, and the general's like, hey, we don't talk
Only
shit about
I'm
people.
allowed to do that. Yeah.
I don't tolerate my staff talking shit about dudes behind my back. I don't need a pat in the ass.
Yeah, he says, I don't need a pat in the ass. Excuse me.
Is that like you slide up in there?
I don't know. Yeah, like right between those cheeks.
Oh, I heard.
Wait, get in the microphone.
Oh, yeah. All right, train.
I love how they're dressed, by the way.
You can tell what they do.
You can tell that they run a train. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah?
there's a bee in here.
B. Don't take any chances.
Maybe he wants the apple.
Oh, man, give it to him.
Hey! Goddamn, what'll I do now?
Don't move. Don't get him mad.
No, Charlie!
Even here, they're both trying to get at Maureen.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, hey, are you okay?
You gotta cut the field before you die.
I will say it cuts straight from that to a computer screen that says number of survivors
That's
from
right.
train crash 17, and both of us were like, fuck,
They
they
lived?
survived. The fucking
No,
love
they
triangle.
didn't. They
No,
died.
They did. They
But,
died. Don't
yeah.
worry. They died.
I don't know why. Is the movie trying to get your hopes up that they? I don't know.
What's this movie doing?
And again, if you did not watch this and you saw that clip and you're like, oh,
This looks pretty good. No, dude. Save yourself the
yeah,
time.
yeah. You gotta
Don't-
eat like 2 hours of vegetables before you get to that. Yeah. Because that's what we thought too.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That swarm is real close to Houston. They drop poison pellets, but the bees don't eat them.
Yeah, and apparently the military doesn't want to do the poison pellet thing at first. Like, I don't know, it's not evil enough. Because they just want to bomb them with pesticides. And the pellets don't work. And
The baby gets born, but then to immediately counteract that new life,
yeah.
Paul dies.
Yeah,
the kid.
Paul dies.
They kill that kid, dude.
Yeah.
He just fucking dies. He like starts to recover, but then
And
he
he's
doesn't.
dead. Yeah, he relapses and dies. They start to really rush Dr. Krim. They're like, look, you got to develop this antidote. And so he says, all right, I'm going to work on this. I'm going to test it on myself.
Yeah. And we get the longest scene of him like narrating the effects on him. And then like it starts to take him down, but then he recovers, but then he relapses. It's
one of my favorite lines in this when he starts, so he starts recovering because he injects himself with venom, then injects himself with the antidote. He starts feeling better. He's like, okay, it's working, but then it starts getting bad again. And he goes, he's recording himself. He's like recording notes, and he goes, all right, my vital signs are swinging back to quote spooky levels. It doesn't work, and he hallucinates a giant bee and dies.
Yep.
Then we learn that there's a nuclear plant in the flight path of the bees.
Who are heading to Houston. Yep.
They're going to Houston, and they're going to stop at this nuclear plant.
But like the guy who runs the facility is like, don't worry, bees aren't welcome here.
Bees aren't welcome here.
Yeah, it's like the fucking jail in Arrested Development.
Yeah,
they don't allow bees
the
in
great
here.
actor. Jose Ferrer is the guy running the nuclear power plant. I believe that's George Clooney's uncle. Got a lot of like royal like acting families kind of present in this, but like Shakespearean actor. But a lot of you might know him from the David Lynch Dune. He was the emperor in that movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
what
so
a joyless
he's
movie that is.
Yeah. I feel like he often is like very regal figures, and then he's in this too.
But then the bees get in the plant and they kill him. They kill that bearded guy who showed up. He was one of the crack team, Hubbard or whatever.
One of the doctors that shows up.
And then the plant somehow the plant blows up.
Plant blows up. Over 36,000 people.
They give a
are
number.
Killed
They give an exact
on the
number.
little computer ticker. It tells you.
And every time this kind of thing happens, it says, yeah, they have like 36,422 people dead. I'm like, it doesn't even scratch Emesis Blue, dude. It's unbeatable, that fucking thing. Stupid thing. Michael Caine, no, it's really well made. Michael Caine loses his authority. The president, the unseen president.
The unseen, yes.
Shuts down. Oh.
Who would have been president?
It's Carter.
It's Carter.
Yeah.
He wouldn't want to hurt the bees.
He wouldn't.
They gotta pollinate his peanut farm.
Is
I don't know. I just can't imagine Jimmy Carter of all presidents being like, yes, let's nuke the bees.
It's like Gandhi and Civ.
Yeah. Like Jimmy Carter, if his stats roll like so low, they just lap back around to being like a 10. And then he's nuking the bees.
He's nuking the bees, dude.
Yeah. Oh boy. Okay, so around this part in the movie, I do have to point out that General Slater, up until this point, like we've been calling them
the African bees.
Killer bees, the Africanized bees. We start using the.
Maybe they realize how long the movie's running, because.
And this is where they decide.
And this is where they decide to be efficient.
We start using the linguistic shortcut of just calling them the Africans, and it's really bad.
It's real bad, dude.
And
He's talking about war against the Africans. He says by tomorrow there will be no more Africans.
Bella included a contemporary review of this that points this out and is like, is this about like the race war? Because that was also the 70s. That was a hot topic, like, you know, crime within cities. And like, that we talked about that again in our episode about the bees, the kind of weird racial aspect to this killer bee panic. Yeah. 70s were crazy.
Sounds real bad coming out of their mouths.
Yeah,
dude.
It's not good. It's not fun to listen to.
Every time it's like,
It's like, all right, let's phrasing, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we learned that bees now are due in Houston in 17 hours.
They're gonna fuck up Houston!
And General Slater says, okay, we're just gonna blast Houston with pesticides. We're done.
Because he's in control now.
He's in control now. We're doing my plan, which is just blast him with poison. Nutricide, yes.
Yeah.
And
they do it.
And they do it, and the bees don't care.
Nope.
And Michael Caine's like, great, I fucking told you, and now no plants can grow in Houston ever again.
And
now
the general's like,
well,
give me some of them sunflower seeds.
Give me some of them sunflower seeds, and also we are going to burn Houston to the ground.
Oh, that's right, dude.
That's their last resort, is like, well.
The city of Houston will suffer massive man-made burning.
Yes.
You just start taking their flamethrowers, burning. Dude, Listen, y'all, you know there are some people from Houston who drove here for this convention, who are here at this show, and they're fucking, they're so afraid right now of all you crazy, what's the demonym for Dallas? Is it Dallasinians? There isn't one?
Dallasites.
Oh, that's good. I like Dallasites.
That's cute, yeah.
Nothing beats Michiganders.
Yeah, Michiganders.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Ooh, a bunch of geese.
So they watch a bunch of dudes go into Houston with flamethrowers, and they're just flamethrowing clouds.
They're watching on monitors.
It's the high-res Zoom call.
That like cuts from
and
shot to shot.
It's like, where are we getting this like multicam?
Gressel's live cutting it.
Yeah, multicam footage. 24 hours later, the bees just don't care. They're basically immune to everything, it seems. Helena starts to relapse. That's when she sees the giant bee. I also like that. I'm pretty sure when we see them kind of firebombing Houston, there's certain scenes where I think they're just reusing the Marysville set, but it's nighttime,
oh, yeah,
so
for
you
sure.
can't.
Because that ambulance, I think, crashes into that store, the pet store from Pee-wee, where he's trying to save the
Pee-wee's
snakes.
Big Adventure, for sure. For sure.
The general asks will history blame me or the bees?
Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, now he has a crisis. He has like his Oppenheimer kind of crisis. Like, oh, wait, is that bad? Oops.
And then Michael Caine realizes, if you can say.
What am I saying here?
I'm
going to read your notes. I'm going to read your notes verbatim here.
Okay.
The bees felt the vibration of the sonic alarm system. That was terrible. That attracted them into the complex.
There you go.
They basically the like test. No.
I need encouragement for her, or else she'll stop. It tickles me every time.
There is apparently this like alarm system that they were using at the ICBM base, like sounds exactly, or like it mimics the waves of a sound pattern that the bees recognize. It's like a mating call. I think.
So that's why they
it's like
went
the
there.
queen bee, so they're all drawn to it. So they're like, well, what if we use that sound and we can draw them out of Houston? And they do that. Wait, do you have the clip
This
of them?
is the clip.
This is the clip.
So here.
Okay.
So this is Michael Caine explaining this to the general. Okay.
This is the thing. I'm gonna preface. Does this make us laugh because we are fucking exhausted? It may be.
No.
You're about to see this thing that just cracks
So if you're looking
us
at the
up every
still,
time.
you see the general on the left.
Yeah.
You see Michael Caine in the middle, and you see this other guy who like showed up earlier, then disappeared for a while of the movie. Now he's back. Newman. We're gonna play this clip. It's the general being convinced to go along with their plan. And when he becomes convinced, after a lot of like pregnant pauses and weighty silence, you will see Michael Caine and this guy exchange a look and a handshake.
Oh my god, the cutest little handshake.
I just feel like they were fucking. They didn't think it would make it into the final film.
That's kind of what it feels like.
It feels like they're
so weird. I don't know. It's just
like it doesn't feel like they're in character.
Have we watched this too many times? We're gonna play it and realize like.
Does anyone know what we're talking about with this? Okay, other people caught it. So look at how cute these two are.
They're so cute.
They didn't know the camera was rolling, is my theory.
Yeah, dudes rock. They figured it out.
The sonic alarm system happens to be an exact duplicate of the duet between the queen bee and the young queen bee challenging her domain.
But bees can't hear.
That's right, they go by vibration. But to the other bees, the sonic alarm felt like the vibration of a ritual they had to attend.
Then you're saying our alarm system attracted the bees into the complex.
That's right, and we'll use this very sound to pull them out of Houston.
Processing, buffering.
Okay, I'm convinced.
What you are hearing now?
They're just so cute.
Oh, it's so cute. Anyway,
they look like an employee of the month picture or something. I don't know. It's just so precious.
Oh, and that's what they do is they drop.
Yeah. Okay. So here's what the end. This is the end of the movie. This is the big plan that Michael Caine. This is Michael Caine's character's idea.
This is after the general gets killed by bees.
Oh yeah, the general sacrifices himself.
The toady gets killed by bees. That guy with glasses, Newman, gets killed by bees. But Michael Caine and
lives.
the graduate's still alive.
They're alive. And the plan is, and remember when I said that his character's like, we cannot disrupt the ecosystem, okay?
Yeah. But what if?
What if we dump a bunch of oil tankers into the Gulf of Mexico? And then
What if we just Deepwater Horizon this shit?
yes, and then we play that sound from a helicopter, lure all the bees.
No, it's not from the helicopters. They have sound floats.
Or I'm sorry,
A
they have
bunch
the
of
sound. You're right,
speakers on
but
floats.
they drop them from the helicopters. Yeah, they have speakers on.
I don't want that one
floats.
fucking swarm head to like yell out and get mad at you. It's not from a helicopter.
You're right. I apologize. To lure all the bees there, and then they launch missiles at the bees and explode.
Fire artillery
they
at that oil.
explode the Gulf of Mexico.
And they're
that is
standing on the shore
end
while
of
the Gulf is on flames.
It's literally
it's like Lake Erie.
It's like the end of like Rogue One, you know, where there's like the explosion and they're on the beach and they don't die in the swarm, but you know, it's like
well, these two don't. Everyone else did.
everyone else did. And they're like, do you think we did the right thing? As a giant fire is just blazing.
They'd be so hot. Their skin would be melting off.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's just like-
standing so close to it.
And he's like,
This-
the world might just survive.
Yeah, as they're looking at this rear projected fire that is behind them. Incredible stuff. That's the end of the swarm. They don't even know if they saved the world, but they certainly destroyed the ecosystem of that part of the ocean. Yeah.
We technically have 5 minutes. Do you want to do like 2 rounds of that game?
I kind of want to.
Okay.
We'll see if this is really stupid or not.
This could be stupid. Does anyone know Pat Finnerty?
Pat Finnerty, one of our favorite YouTubers. Everyone should check out his stuff. You're a big like music fan, you'll love his YouTube. But he played a game on one of his live streams called the Frame Game, where he brought up, it was what was it? It was an Aerosmith concert from, I forget like what music festival.
Yeah, and guests would give him the time code of a frame and guess which band member the camera would be on. And
You
he
got
would jump
like
to
1 point if it was Steven Tyler, 2 points. So here's what we're gonna do.
So, you're gonna give me a time code. The movie is 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 7 seconds long. So
Yeah.
you're gonna give me a time code, and here's what you're gonna guess.
You're gonna give the hour, the minute, and the second.
Yes, and
You're
you have
gonna
3
guess.
options.
Is it gonna be Michael Caine? Is it gonna be bees? Or is it gonna be people walking around and not really saying anything?
Yeah, especially in a hallway.
Yes.
People in a hallway.
People
let's
in a
say.
hallway.
Okay,
That's
okay.
a good one. Yeah.
So number 1, give me your time code.
Okay, who's number 1? You. Yes. Do you have a time code? 1:17:23. What do you think it's gonna be? People in hallways.
1:17:23.
That's
That's not it. That's not it. Okay. Hold on. That's not it. Hold on. Ready? 18, 19, 20, 21,
22, 23.
No, not people in the hallway. All right, number 2. What do you got? Two 26:12, and what do you think it's gonna be? Michael Caine. Okay. 2:26:12. Okay. Let's see what we got. 2:26. I feel like you might be in credit territory there, man. Let's see. All right, this is 2:26:4.
Okay.
All right.
So we're at
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. No, it's bees. It's bees and hallway. You said the one that's wrong.
Hallway.
All right, number 3. Bring it on home. What do you got? 1:55:45, and what do you think it's going to be? Okay, all right. 1:55:45. Let's see. So this is 1:55:23. That's a little. That's 20
That's
seconds.
Dr. Krim.
Oh, dude, I don't think you're getting bees here.
We're gonna watch Dr. Krim die.
Medically inexperienced.
Okay.
You need about 60
You said
seconds
43?
to get the self-injector.
It doesn't. It's not gonna be bees, dude. I've seen this movie twice.
Waste a few seconds, hesitate.
41, 42, 43. No.
Oh, I thought we were gonna hear the spooky levels line.
Oh, and he hallucinates a bee also.
He does hallucinate.
So you might have like lucked
We might
out.
have just missed.
Oh man, yeah.
Giant bee.
There's no bees. I'm sorry.
There's no
him
bees
done.
in
All right.
here.
Well, that didn't work for anyone, but I thought it was fun.
We
so.
had a good time.
Yeah. Thank you so
Thank
much,
you
everyone.
all. This was so much fun.
If you did the meet and greet thing, we're going to do that afterward, after I go pee, because I drink a lot of this liquid, but it was real good. We loved having you out here.
This was so much fun. You were our first live show with a shitty movie, and it was so much fun.
I hope you had fun.
Yeah.
This is the conclusion of like 8 days of stuff for
Non-stop.
us. We get to go back to Lucy and Molly tomorrow. We're really excited for
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But this is such a great way to cap it off. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This was the best. Thank you. And thank you, everyone at the Texas Theater. This experience has been phenomenal. Thank you so much.